Hey Swimmers, this is my second crack at this video, so you'll have to forgive me if I leave some stuff out of it. Basically, first off, I don't own the rights to this movie. I don't own the rights to anything, pictures, nothing. Um, so YouTube, don't come get me. I didn't do anything. Um, Second off, shout out to my two greatest swimmers. One of them, which is serving the country right now. Thank you, Austin Z. We greatly appreciate everything you're doing right now. And Veronica R. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome and love you. And I would love to see you guys. Now, movie we are going to be reviewing today. Given that it is October, I'm only going to be doing horror all October. First one I'm going to do is in the season. We're going to go, rather than going with Halloween like everybody else is probably doing, we're going to go with Trick or Treat, released in 2007. This was a movie that's very similar to the aspects of Creepshow in the sense that it's several stories tied into one, and they all come back around and tie together. Great movie. It's got plenty of gore, plenty of, drama, and it's twists and turns that you don't expect. Now, I am going to say spoiler alerts because I am going to spoil the movie. So if you plan on watching the movie, I will go do that before you watch this. First off, this movie has an actress in it that is pretty common to the whole supernatural aspect of her in her career, and that is Anna Paquin. For those of you who don't know who that is, that was the main star in True Blood, which was a vampire show back in the mid 2000s. I was not personally a fan, but if you're a fan, it's totally cool. Like, I have nothing against it. I just wasn't a fan. Now, basically, Trick or Treat, there's several stories. Like I said, Anna Paquin, her role is that she is a werewolf that needs to break her virginity by killing somebody. Now, I'm so glad at who she kills, because he is a monster. He purposely poisons like 10 or 12-year-old just to get his point across about checking your candy. Then, not only that, he takes the head to his son to carve like a pumpkin. Messed up. Now, then there's the role of Dylan Baker. If you don't know who he is in the show Baby Daddy, which is, I think it's him. I could be wrong about the name, but he was in that show. He is the father of a baby, and he didn't know it until the baby was dropped off at his doorstep. So he, in this movie, because he was pretty young in it, he plays the main bully's boyfriend, who is sympathetic towards the girl that they're bullying, and unfortunately, he doesn't live. What the bullies do is they tell the story of a bunch of kids that were mentally handicapped on a bus, and a bus driver was paid to crash the bus and kill the kids by their parents. Well, as you can imagine, that's a pretty messed up story. Um, I hate to even tell that story because it's disturbing and wrong in so many ways. Um, but or the girl gets bullied by being brought down, and she is tricked by the others that they're killed, and they have come back as zombies, and the zombies of the kids that died on the bus have come together, but it's really just the kids dressed up. They scare her half to death, and the only one that feels bad is the one played by Dylan Baker, and he rushes to her, and then all of a sudden the real ones start coming about, and of course she doesn't believe them because she's just been tricked, and I don't blame her. Like, you've been tricked into thinking this. So she goes up, and all the other ones are zombie food. So that's what happens with those kids. And the daughter turns out, or the girl turns out to be the daughter of a man who doesn't believe in Halloween, really. Like, he refuses to give candy to the kids, and our little friend on the front here gets a hold of him and changes his mind for sure. Our little friend does that to a couple of people, including a wife who hates Halloween and insists the minute she comes home from a party, which she came home pretty early, to take down all of the Halloween decorations, put out all of the pumpkins, and smash them. And sorry guys, she is immediately put down by our lovely little friend. And what I like about our little friend is that he has a little bit of a comical aspect to him, because when you take the sack off his head, he does have a skeleton head, and his skeleton head's kind of really fake. But it's funny. At least it's not intended to be funny, but it is funny. So that's the great thing about it. Now, trying to think of who I'm forgetting about here. I believe I have told all of the stories. Now, like I said, all the stories tie back around to each other, and that's what I like about it. And it starts off in a comic book looking way, and it ends off like that, which I thought was really creative to throw in there, because then it just makes it a little more authentic and original. And I really think you should give this a watch, because this movie it's a modern creep show. Creep show was really popular in the 80s, I think, or 90s. But this is a modern version of it, and I think anybody should give it a try, because it'll definitely make your day. And honestly, it's so worth it. I think I'm actually going to watch that later, because I feel like watching it. I got it right here, so why not? I do have to say one thing, though. Anna Paquin, go back to being brunette and stay that way. You look beautiful like that. But that's besides the point. And that is the end of my review, because I didn't want to go through every step in the movie. But I am going to be doing another review next week, and it'll be on none other than Halloween. And no, not the crappy remake. It's going to be the wonderful original with the original Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. And I'm going to try and do all of the Halloween movies. I'm just gonna have to get a hold of them some way. Um, but until next time, guys, keep on swimming, and Austin, keep on serving. We greatly appreciate it. Bye!